Fishers, we're starting to get a few reports sneak in from down Albury way. Talking to Maso again this morning, and he tells me that Dartmouth's still fishing okay. We're pretty happy with it. Doesn't seem to matter a great deal whether you're trolling close to the surface on Tassies, Rapalas and anything like that, or you're trolling deep with lead line, downriggers, paravanes. You're still catching fish, reasonable amount of rainbows and a few browns mixed in with them. Bait fishing with gudgeon seems to be better than anything down there, but if you put in some time, you should do all right. Don't forget that early morning, late afternoon session on the trout scenario is always going to be a bit better if it's going to be a sunny day. Looks like this weekend's going to be a little bit crappy, and that's going to be good for the trout fishers if you've got a bit of cover on your boat. For example, you could get down there and you could troll all day, and the fish will be close to the surface most of the day, so it should be good. All the streams are closed, don't forget. Hume Weir. Still getting some very, very good reports out of the Hume Weir as far as big fish goes, but certainly not big numbers. Now, a lot of blokes are trolling Tassies and doing quite well. Big browns, 2-3 kilo, 1.5 kilo seems to be reasonably common at the moment. But what's happening is, if you're trolling Tassies or Rapala or CD9s and any of those F9s, they're doing all right in the trout, but any of those who venture a little bit more with depth-wise, and they're using the McGraths, they're picking up the odd big redfin and the odd big yellow belly amongst them. One gentleman come up with a couple of 60 centimetre plus yellows in the last couple of days, just bait fishing, so it looks okay. A little bit of action, but don't get me wrong, it's not going crazy down there, I can tell you now. Mulwala isn't what we call a hot spot, but it's producing some very, very good cod. Phil Beasley was down there the other day, first cast, cod just over a metre. Didn't get another touch for the rest of the day, which was a bit frustrating obviously, but who wouldn't be happy with a first cast meatery? I mean, that's fantastic. It's not unheard of, but it's not common either. So very good, everything's looking promising there. The Murrumbidgee River, ooh, looks good. I went down there to look and it's clear, it's really good, it's low, quite accessible. This rain might make it a little bit hard to get in over the weekend, but let's cross our fingers and hope it doesn't dirty it up again, because it is absolutely fantastic looking at the moment. There is a few crays coming out of it. By the way, there's a few crays getting caught down around Cora, how long down through that area as well. But the odd few in the Murrumbidgee River here, and a few nice sized ones, so it looks promising. Blowering Dam was a bit quiet last week, not a great deal happened, but I reckon you'll go up and get a few rainbows out of it without too much trouble at all. Haven't had many reports from Burrinjuck. 10 Tangren's been good, Yukon Bean's been good, so as you can see, we've got a fair bit of activity around us. Now, what I'm going to show you at the moment, I'm just going to turn around and grab a bit of a favourite off the wall. 190 jaws. Are these accounting for a lot of cod over the last couple of weeks or what? Absolutely phenomenal. Down on the Murray, up in Blowering, in the river here, they're catching quite a few fish on them, really big fish. So just keep this one in mind. There's a fair few colours in it. It's a lure that's been out for a season or so now, and it's really making inroads into the big lure market. It is fantastic, easy to troll, doesn't drag like a lot of the other lures. It's got a beautiful action to it, and the proof's in the pudding. Huge amount of cod getting caught on it. So just keep that one in mind. This is the Compleat Anglers Fishing Report. Catch you next week.